So we're going to talk about money. This is the day one lecture notes. Money has basically four characteristics. Overall, we use money as a medium of exchange. Anything could be a medium of exchange. There were times when we had barter economies. You would take cinnamon, exchange it for flour. The problem with a barter economy or a trade economy is that if you have cinnamon and you want flour, you have to find someone with flour who wants cinnamon. The way money works is that everybody wants money because they use it as a medium of exchange. Money has a high liquidity. It means how easily it can be spent. So something like a house where a lot of Americans have their wealth tied into, it's worth a lot of money, but you can't go to Nick's place and order a pizza and give them part of your house. That's not how it works. So in order to make a house liquid, you would have to sell it. Things like bonds, things like stocks, they're less liquid because you have to find a buyer before you can get the cash to buy goods and services. A unit of account, this is it's so simple that it feels complicated. In this country, we use the dollar as a unit of account. When you ask someone how much it costs to get a tutor, it's $60 an hour. If you go for a pizza, it's $10 for a large pizza. They don't tell you 2 hours of time. They don't measure things in terms of length or weight. We use money. It's so simple. It's something we use so much that we overthink it. It's just, how much is a cup of soup? $2, that's a unit of account. It's how we keep track of financial costs. Store value, this is one we get a little tripped up on. A lot of people, if you have a lot of money, if you make a lot of money each year, you will take some money, you want it liquid so you can buy goods and services, but you're likely to put the rest of the money into stocks and bonds, into financial instruments that have a better store value. Over time, money becomes less valuable due to inflation. You can buy fewer goods and services. And then these last two things, commodity, this has intrinsic value. So in class we use the Roman gold coin. That is commodity because people use it as money, but it also has value. The Roman government has long since dissipated, but that coin still has value. A fiat means the authority backs it. So if you go to a casino and you get poker chips and you spend them all around the casino, people are willing to take them because the casino says they're worth money. If you go to Disneyland and you get Mickey bucks, Disneyland says Mickey bucks have value, so you can spend them around the park. The U.S. government says our money has value. They back it. Therefore, people want it. It has value. There is no gold backing our money. There is no commodity backing our money. Our money is valuable because people believe it to be valuable. They use it as a medium of exchange, and everybody wants it. Demand deposits, this is something that will come up quite a bit. It is very liquid. Demand deposits can be easily spent. That's your checking account, and that's your savings account at a bank. When we say savings, sometimes we mean like mutual funds, retirement. A savings account with an ATM card is very liquid. You can go to any ATM machine and you can get cash and spend it. This is the largest portion of the U.S. money supply. It's the most liquid. The measure of the money supply, as we'll learn about with fractional reserve banking, is quite complicated because there's cash, there's M1, which includes cash and then also liquid assets, and then there's M2, which includes all of M1, but also includes retirement accounts, money market accounts, bonds, those sort of things. When we say money supply in the AP exam, we mean M1. So this is one of the questions you'll get asked a lot. If somebody puts money in a bank, it goes from cash to checkable deposits, so it doesn't change the money supply. It stays within M1 money supply. And the other thing the AP exam wants you to know, even though we don't really use them anymore, is traveler's checks count as M1. Traveler's checks are issued by American Express, and they're part of the M1 because they're worth money and they're very liquid. They're used globally around the world.